Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chaos. Back with another game here. It's dashxsurvivors. It is a sort of a Hades style bullet hell survival kind of game. Um, it's got a really neat theme based on color. So different additives that you pick up will have different colors, and they will change the theming, the music, the general behavior of the game. So you can see different colors here. We got blue, we got yellow, and we got red. So you can see each had a different theme to it, which is pretty cool. It's a very neat effect, especially when you're in game and you're changing additives. So, dashxsurvivors is, let's see here. It's a roguelike hack and slash bullet hell, as the devs themselves call it. And you can just become increasingly powerful against waves of demonic robots, which is pretty cool. So right here we got the system, we got the launch screen, we got different levels there on the side. We're starting on level 0. And we have no components or anything. You can see I'm checking out the chipsets there, which are like permanent upgrades to the character, which is awesome. Now when you start a match, you get a series of upgrades. One yellow, one pink, and one blue. So that was energy shield, dash plus, and rapid attacks, which is 14% attack speed plus 5% attack damage. That's the one we're taking here for this first upgrade. And you can see we got a really minimalistic kind of HUD here. Most of the information about the level is actually on the floor that you're running around on. So you can see the level timer. So the first one is survive for 4 minutes. And fight a certain amount of fight and defeat a certain boss. Yeah. So we're just running here. The enemy waves build up. You can see they're multiplying very quickly here. And I paused the game here because I'm trying to change my attack button. It's set by default to A on my Xbox controller. I was trying to change it to trigger, but you can't do that in game. Devs, please give us access to controls in game in a session. We got our first upgrade here: Lucky Strike, Acid Touch, and Vitality. I'm going to take Acid Touch because acid, duh, it's damage over time. And we got another upgrade right off the back of the first one. And we got another auto attack, which you can hold down the attack button to continually attack. We got Head Start, and we got Acid Burst. So that combos with the one I just took. And any enemy I corrode when they die, they explode. And we picked up 3 upgrades back to back here. It's pretty crazy. We got Evasive, we got Static Shock, and we got Fast and Wide. So Fast and Wide is what we take. It's attack speed, attack range, and knockback. And you can see the floor is updating with the various additives I'm taking, which is pretty cool. There's different little orbs and stuff that drop as you kill things. White ones are just general orbs and components for experience. And the other ones are colored, and they seem to drop based on the additives you take. So because I've taken so many blue additives already, I have them dropping more blue, I think. It's not well explained as to what it takes to cause certain colors to drop. We got another upgrade. We got Swift, we got Auto Attack, and we got Oily Poison. We take Oily Poison because it enhances our Corrode. So it reduces the move speed and attack speed of corroded enemies. Now those squares that are popping up on the ground are from the floating orbs, and they will target certain amounts of space on the ground and make it explode beneath your feet, which only affects you. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do any damage to the actual robots that it explodes on. Got another upgrade. We can take Auto Attack, Power Slash. I take Auto Attack because now I can just hold A. We got a different type of boss here with an actual health bar. Not a boss, just another enemy. They drop when they die. They drop something that roulettes your currently selected additives and gives you a minor upgrade to them, which is pretty damn cool. Another upgrade here. Head Start, Evasive, or Power Slash. For some reason, I take Evasive here. It's supposed to be an increased dodge chance, but it's really hard to tell how you're dodging, or if you even are. And we get our first boss right here. We're going to call him Drill Dozer, because that's what he looks like. And you see, he starts to charge. There's ways to bait his charge. Whenever he takes damage, he'll start to make that noise that you can hear. and he'll charge, and you can dot and you can dash around him and everything. At this point, I hadn't quite figured out how to deal with him, other than I was trying not to die because I only had 2 hearts. So I'm just kind of dashing around, trying to loop things in, see what I can do here. Get a few hits. There you go. He starts making his noise and he charges. This game is in early access. It is on Steam as well. It's going for $6 US or whatever your regional equivalent is. $6 US right now. It's a really fun game. It seems to have a shit ton of replayability. Like an absolute shit ton of replayability. So it's pretty cool. Each level seems to extend the amount of time you need to survive and the amount of bosses you need to take on, which also increases the amount of components and stuff that drop too. We got another upgrade. We got Head Start, Power Slash, and Translucent. We take Translucent here because it lets me move through enemies, which is huge because now I can dash around easily on this guy without taking as much damage by running into him because I can move through him now, which is amazing. So yeah, we're going to get in and start beating on him a little bit more now. I start to get a little bit braver. We're going to run around, try to collect some upgrade points here. And you can see what's cool is on the floor there, the level timer has stopped while the boss is in. So you cannot cheese it by just running away from the boss for forever. Here's that roulette I was telling you about. The very first one, I believe, gives an upgrade to our oily poison. So a little bit more corrode duration. It's great. It's more damage over time and more devastating effect of the corrode. So we're just getting in here. We're fighting him. We're fighting him. We're fighting him. He's down to about half health. I run in, get him while he's like. It seems like he's got a cooldown period after he charges. So you got a few seconds to get in there and do some damage to him before he starts to attack again, which is cool. Gives him an obvious weakness. Or at least weakness you can exploit. We got another level up, take Vitality, gives us +1 max health. It also gives us a heart back, which is amazing. I should say I am recording this post gameplay, so I am watching the footage back and recording. I had recorded a whole bunch of audio while I was playing, but OBS decided to change my input. We got an additive unlock. So this is where I start to get a little aggravated because you have to pause the game to unlock these additives. Which is okay. If you want me to unlock things, that's fine, but don't make me pause the combat and the actual gameplay to unlock my additives. That's disorienting and distracting. Just make them pop up on the screen and just say you unlocked this additive. I don't understand the reasoning for having to pause. So we're almost taking him down here. Get in here real quick, and we kill him, and we get another upgrade. We take Lifeline, which brings us back up to max health. And now our clock is unfrozen. So we're going to work our way down to the 0-minute timer. Got another additive, another pause. This additive is pretty cool if it ever rolls up. It's heavy hits, it's attack damage, attack range, knockback with the cost of attack speed. Pretty neat. There we go. So we're just back to our regular scheduled demonic robot murder here. While we just try to survive. Got another one of those guys that gives us the roulette upgrade. I do honestly like. I appreciate the aesthetic of the game because there's very little HUD to worry about. And then the only thing you really need to pay attention to is your health and what is displayed on the floor. And it's displayed all over the floor, so it's not like you have to like worry about like right now where you can't see anything under that horde of robots. So it's a really neat aesthetic. It's very just very like I don't know how to describe it. It's very just like this is a holodeck almost. So we get Firestarter right here, which will have 65% chance to burn on hit. Okay, we're getting down to the wire here. We got another roulette upgrade. And we get an evasive upgrade, so we get a grand total of plus 1% dodge chance. Which is a little silly. It's like, as far as upgrades go, it's kind of just like oh, I bought a new car. It's broken. Okay, got a dodge there. So I actually had an actual dodge pop up when those floor tiles were about to explode underneath me. I think I tried to do that a few more times, but just give up. Like it's easier just to run away than try to time dodges because it doesn't seem like the actual dodge does anything for you. And here we go. We got our next boss. This guy is a pain in the ass. So that attack he charges up, you can see these balls. They kind of catapult you forward in time for a second or so, and they also home on you. And yeah, it's kind of hard to deal with. It takes me a little bit to figure out how to deal with this guy. But we get another upgrade here. I'm going to take the energy shield, which is the blue one, and that comes in clutch because it's a free hit every 90 seconds, and it can also get upgrades too. So I'm just running around trying to collect more components and more XP. Still trying to figure out how to deal with this guy. Kind of figured out that the homing is not exact. Um, it will kind of miss almost, but it does last for a little while. I don't know why I ran into that one. I just I've watched this section back twice now, and I have no idea why I decided to just say, fuck it, we're going to run right into this attack. Maybe I was testing the energy shield. I don't know. One thing it would be nice to see here is if when you have an ability like the energy shield, if the floor would update to show you a recharge timer. Like that would be very helpful, given that the floor is basically your HUD. Yeah, we just figure out just get in his face, like you just get in his face, and that's how you deal with him. There we go. Getting back in on him again. He charges up another attack. New additive unlocked. Corrode 1,000 enemies. Time for another pause. Now this additive is pretty cool. It's a ferro acid. It adds an upgrade to the acid that whenever an enemy that's corroded dies, it drops an orb, and that has double pickup range. And it also just increases your corrode on hit crit percentage too, which is awesome. More corrode, more better. And I got a hit there, which is not good. Yeah, I'm just running around picking up some XP. Wait for that energy shield to come back. Took another hit. New additive unlocked. Take 10 damage. This one unlocks the Enrage. Whenever you take damage, you get an for 15 seconds buff. You get a plus 40% attack speed and plus 100% attack damage. But you have to take damage. So it's a trade off. I do use it later on. And it actually does come in handy, I think, fighting this boss again. So it's pretty neat. There we go. We're still just getting here. We're down to 2 hearts, which is less than ideal. It's amazing how long 90 seconds actually is when you're waiting on an energy shield to recharge so you can get in and dive the boss again. Well, this is the trick to dealing with this guy. Oh, well, that's not it. Break the energy shield 3 times. So my shield recharged while I was in the middle of that bullshit. So, which is helpful. Again, energy recharge additive. Once again, we have to pause. One thing that I think I mentioned when I was talking is just like, it's all right if you're gonna make me pause, at least take me to the additive on the screen that I unlock. Don't make me scroll over. Like, take me to the additive that I unlock. Just a little quality of life thing. Like, if you're gonna make me pause, at least take me to where my additive is. Ideally, don't make me pause to unlock an additive. So the blue color is a very like mellow kind of theme, which I kind of like. Ooh boy, come on, there you go. I get better at fighting this guy later on, but this is the first time I fought him at this point. So I figure out better ways to deal with him and just how to actually get in there and like dodge around his attacks properly. You seem to notice I definitely forgot that I can dash while fighting this guy, which is just stupid. So we're just getting close. I remembered my dodge button again, or my dash button. Almost there. We almost got him. And this will be the end of our first run as soon as we take this guy out, I believe. almost level up again. Down to 1 heart. Our energy shield comes back. We're getting ready to be stupid. We're getting ready to dive. We're diving. We're diving. Oh, oh. And I chickened out. Probably could have finished him right there in that dive, but we should be able to finish him right here. Bang, bang. Kill him, and that's the end of that first run. Corroding Chaos. So I got an achievement here on Steam. It was take no yellow additives. And you can see I really did not take a single yellow additive, which is kind of crazy. And we got our stats here: character size, move speed, attack damage, attack speed. Like, we don't hit unlock. And we unlock an additive for completing level 1. This one is awesome. It ties together fire and acid, if you can get it. I'm probably complaining right here about the fact that the game does not take me to the additive I unlock. What I was saying there for so long. Burning enemy, if you corrode an enemy, you will also burn it, and vice versa. So if you can get that, it's awesome. Even if you don't have fire or acid, as long as you have one of them, you're doing both. There we go. So we go back to the menu here. And that's a lot of how the game is. You just keep coming in here, you just keep doing runs, you just keep upgrading. So we get to the next level here. So next one, so we did level 0, next one's level 1 and level 2, etc., etc. So it's pretty cool. It's a very fun game. So yeah, I think that's gonna be all we're gonna do for this video. Like I said, check out the game. It's on Steam, $6. Survivors. It's amazing. Check it out. You will not regret it. All right. Have a good one.